At this point, we're all familiar with the elevator ending of Ruin, and it was probably the first one any of us encountered. You know, the one where the real Gregory leads us all the way to an elevator before attempting to unalive us with it. But what if I told you that there's a different way this scene could have played out? While digging through the files of Ruin, I found these in Gregory's voiceover folder. RN Gregory 14, RN Gregory 14b, and RN Gregory 14c. The first file is the first dialogue called by the ending sequence.
Cassie, it's me. I think I need to explain a few things. You were never supposed to go to the Pizzaplex. That thing in the sinkhole tricked you. I really don't know what it is, but it's been trapped down here a really long time. The Mex's security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security, and now it's free.
The next file is the one we all know so well, 14b, which leads into the elevator dropping.
It's not your fault. I know you did it for me, to save me. But we can't risk being followed. I'm sorry.
But the last one really got my attention.
It's not your fault. I know you did it for me. To save me. But make sure it doesn't follow you.
This audio seems to imply a scenario where Gregory doesn't drop us down an elevator shaft, but why? What could change the mind of someone willing to go this far? My theory is that the file contains what Gregory actually said to us in the elevator, and he was never the one that causes the elevator to fall. I think it was the Mimic. Gregory is only able to make contact with us while the Mimic is distracted by Roxy. I think this shows that the Mimic had been intercepting his signal the entire night. And once the real Gregory gets through, the Mimic has to change tactics. It started intercepting Gregory's transmissions again and changed them just enough to suit its needs without giving away what it was doing. The Mimic edited Gregory's transmission on the fly, which is why it's so close to the original. Now we get to the part where I could really use some help. This line was assigned an event ID, which means something else in the code could play it. We need to figure out if anything does try to play this line. When the game tries to play the ending sequence, it calls out to this file, part of which checks whether you have some achievements from the base game. I'm not sure why it would do this. The achievements it checks for are the Hide and Seek Master achievement, which requires you to beat the game without using a single hiding spot, the Lost and Found achievement, which requires you to find all of the duffel bag messages, the Shattered Dreams achievement, which requires you to shatter all of the animatronics, including Freddy, which in turn requires you to get the Bad Vanny ending, and it also checks for the Trophy Time achievement, which requires you to get every achievement in the game. There are definitely other things that make use of this file, and I'm not saying that the achievement checks are necessarily for this ending. It checks a lot of different things, but is it possible that having these achievements might unlock something new in Ruin? Let me know what you think, and definitely let me know if you find anything.